and that $9,000 is going home with you.
Okay.
And Keisha, your final line is, I'll take 2. These are all celebrity QVC products, and here they are. Me by Jenny Garth sweater. Isaac Mizrahi clubhouse dress. Katy Perry hollow wedge ankle booty. Rachel Ray Yummo loaf pan. And Joan Rivers heart drop pendant. Those are the 5 items, and those are the correct prices. You just have to put the item and price together. But once you match them, they're locked in, so you can't change your mind. So think about it and tell me where you'd like to start.
I will start.
Do you shop on QVC?
You know what? I was a big I used to be hooked on QVC back in the early 2000s, but that was like for the diamond rings.
Right.
I'm not a shopper by nature, but I am good at looking for a discount.
Okay.
I think the way my brain works, I'm going to start with Miss Joan Rivers because she is such a glamour lady and she likes a good product, and jewelry tends to be more expensive than anything. I am going to put Miss Joan Rivers pendant at $139.
Okay.
And then I will go with the Isaac Mizrahi dress for $13.99, just because I'm more familiar with this product. It looks comfortable. It looks like something you just kind of quick throw on and run to the store. I feel like the sweater should definitely not be more than $65, so we'll put the Jenny Garth sweater at $65.
All right.
And it kind of seems backwards to me for a pan to be more than a boot. So I'm going to put the pan, Rachel Loaf pan, at $87.
Okay. That leaves the booty at $114. And this is the line you've built.
That's my line.
How's it look? Does it look like a winner?
I'm hoping it's a winner. Please be a winner.
Please be a winner, she says. Well, it's time to find out, Keisha, if you're going to be leaving here with $9,000. Let's see if you've built the perfect line.
Tell me something good.
Okay, let's see. Let's start with the Jenny Garth sweater. Was that $65? Yes, it was. Okay. You weren't so sure about that one, so that's good. The first one you put was the Joan Rivers heart necklace. Is that $139? Oh, no, you didn't build the perfect line. I'm so sorry. So let's see what the prices should have been. Loaf pan was $13.99.
Okay.
The Joan necklace was $87. Ms. Rahi dress was $114, and the boot was $139. But Keisha, I've got $1,000 for you, and our thanks for playing with us. You were an absolute delight. We loved having you, and we loved having you too at home. Join us next time when 4 new contestants try to win right here on The Perfect Line. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm sorry you didn't win. Yeah, but you got $1,000.
From big moments to local victories, we're here for all the action. Sports stories that go beyond the scoreboard. Every team, every matchup, every night, we're on your sideline. Channel 8, bringing you Nebraska now.
Aqua Living and Whisper Outdoors massive Memorial Day sale. Save big with our lowest prices of the year. American-made hot tubs as low as $22.99. 20 models under $49.99. Swim spas starting at $12,999. Plug and power spas with high performance and no special wiring. 60 months no interest financing with zero money down. Bad credit, no problem with in-house financing. Everyone's approved. Additional discounts and savings for our veterans. Aqua Living and Whisper Outdoors massive Memorial Day sale. Go to HotTubLife.com.
This Memorial Day, find savings worth remembering in the Sleep Gallery at Schaefer's and bring home comfort that makes every night unforgettable. Right now, you can get a king for the price of a queen or a queen for the price of a twin on select King Coil iBed, Intimate, and Sutherland mattresses. Or save $500 on Bedgear's fully customizable M3 mattresses. Plus, now through Memorial Day, get free delivery and setup on your new mattress. A memorable night's rest starts now during the Memorial Day savings event in the Sleep Gallery at Schaefer's.
Next, ET, our Hayden Panettiere, exclusive, talking trauma, truth, and taking back her narrative. Plus, we're with country music's finest, ET's in Vegas for the ACM Awards.
Next, ET. Weekdays at 6:30 after Channel 8 News at 6.
Start your morning at 5, 6, and 11 a.m. with Andrew Ward. Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 4:30.
New at 4:30, tornado tragedy. How a Nebraska town is trying to build themselves back up after a tornado leveled homes. And paying the price, how Americans are feeling about shelling out over $4 a gallon at the gas station as the war in Iran heats up. But before that, severe weather watch, what you need to know as more storms are moving through tonight. Unfortunately, that severe weather threat is not over yet. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. Our top story tonight, those destructive storms throughout the state over the past several nights. Towns like Fairbury, St. Laborie, and Hebron, my own hometown, feeling the aftermath of this weekend's storms with yet another round already starting up. Let's go to our chief meteorologist, Rusty Dawkins, to see what's going on out there right now. Rusty?
Yeah, I've been looking at the severe weather as we've been going through the last several hours, and tornado watch is in place, and we have many severe thunderstorm warnings and some tornado warnings. PDS tornado watch. What does that mean? That means that this area right here is in a particularly dangerous situation for tornadoes, and it expanded all the way into parts of Iowa and northwestern Kansas. Here's a wide view, all kinds of severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings going on right now. Lincoln in kind of a lull for now, but there's storms just off to the south and west. Tornado warning for Nemaha County until 5 o'clock. Just Auburn likely under the gun right now. A new tornado warning for Pawnee County until 5:30. That's just south of Table Rock there. Severe thunderstorm warning for Fremont, Johnson, and Nemaha, and also Gage, Johnson, and Nemaha until 4:45. And then more severe thunderstorm warnings, Fillmore, Knuckles, and Thayer. That goes until 5 o'clock. Two of them over here. Actually, that's been updated. Butler, Dodge, and Saunders until 4:45, and then another one just to the north and east. So even though Lincoln is in a lull right now, these severe storms are headed our way. So more severe weather a possibility as we head through the next several hours. We'll track it coming up in a few minutes.
Let's go ahead and take a live look out at the streets right now. This is the area of 40th and Nebraska Parkway. Looks like everyone's moving on through here pretty easily. Not a whole lot going on, but I do know that there are some other towns. We're gonna stick with the storm damage, so let's go ahead and take a look at one of the hardest hit areas. Maybe we'll get to that story here next for you, but some people left in the dark over this weekend, other towns stepping up to help. In Fairbury, many people losing power on Saturday night, but Seward, Crete, Beatrice, Hastings, and Nebraska City all sending crews out there to help restore power. You can see here some of the damage they were dealing with as those power lines were falling across roads and some poles snapped in half. The city of Seward says this is a small way for them to repay the people who have helped them after storms in the past. And some significant changes to the schedule for state soccer and baseball because of all of this bad weather. The NSAA is moving the soccer championship games to tomorrow for girls, Wednesday for the boys tournament. Now, they were originally scheduled for tonight and tomorrow. And state baseball is on a rolling schedule today. That started at 9 this morning. Now, this impacts both Lincoln East and Lincoln Southwest. We'll let you know if there are any further changes. Breaking now, a place of worship shattered by violence. You're going to take a look here at the Islamic Center of San Diego, the site of a shooting this afternoon. Police talking in the past hour. Here are the details we know so far. 3 adults were killed. The 2 shooting suspects are also dead. Police believe they're teenagers. Authorities are investigating this as a hate crime. The story, of course, developing by the minute. We'll let you know when there's new information. Conflict is building in the war in Iran while Americans are paying the price at the pump.
Today, as gas prices hover at roughly $1.50 more expensive since the war in Iran began, a new round of threats from President Trump, warning Iran that the clock is ticking to make a deal or there won't be anything left of them. The president also posted a series of AI-generated images this weekend showing him pressing a red button with explosions and mushroom clouds over an unspecified target on the screens behind him. Trump hasn't put a specific deadline on negotiations, and Iran's foreign ministry on state TV says today it responded to the American proposal through Pakistani mediators. The regime didn't share details of the counter-proposal, but did say it's not willing to compromise over Iran's, quote, right to enrichment through a decades-old treaty. Though the ceasefire agreement between the U.S. and Iran technically appears to be intact, regional allies are reporting new drone strikes. Saudi Arabia says its air defenses intercepted 3 drones coming in from Iraqi airspace over the weekend. And another drone hit the United Arab Emirates' only nuclear power plant. Iran has not taken responsibility for the strike. Global oil prices, meanwhile, are ticking up, today at $110 per barrel. A regular gallon of gas in the U.S. now averages $4.47, according to Gas Buddy, forcing Americans to find ways to save money.
We did just get another car, a new CRV, so it'll get a little bit better gas mileage than this guy.
I kind of shop just around the edges of the supermarket, the fresh produce, the cheese and meat, and I just stay out of the middle.
The International Energy Agency notes the supply lost from the standoff in the Strait of Hormuz is depleting global oil inventories at record pace. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
For Channel 8 News, I'm Andrew Ward. New data is exposing the details of rising grocery costs. The Labor Department's Consumer Price Index is showing food at home costs have risen almost 1% just in the month of April. That marks the largest monthly increase since 2022. This video was sent into our Now Local News app showing citizen journalist Melanie showing increase in milk prices. She's saying this is the second time this month she has seen that cost rise. That data from the Labor Department diving into areas we're seeing the most change in. For fruits and vegetables, there's an almost 2% increase in cost. And though the department's meat, poultry, fish, and eggs index, prices rose a little over 1% over the last month of April. Beef rose almost 3% in that same time frame. Higher gas costs and small cattle herds are all contributing to those changes.
The cruise ship at the center of the deadly hantavirus outbreak has arrived at a port in the Netherlands after weeks at sea. Dutch officials have been preparing quarantine facilities for the 25 remaining crew members and 2 medical staff on board. The ship is undergoing a full biomedical cleaning and will be disinfected. Meanwhile, global health authorities are monitoring and contact tracing those who have already disembarked. We've got more stories coming up for you after the break, including Player of the Year. The details from our sports director, Nate Johnson, as a Husker softball standout is in the running for a huge national honor. We'll be right back. And coming up at 5, tornado tracks see the damage left behind in Thayer County as the community cleans up today.
It's hotter than a hound dog in a Nebraska heat wave.
I think we need help. I'm going to just call Dave's.
Family-owned Dave's Heating and Air is Lincoln's heating and air experts. We install quality brine equipment and will do whatever it takes to make your home feel cool and crisp on a hot Nebraska day. Whether you need service, repairs, or a new system, the Dave's family is here for you.
Dave always saves the day.
Dave's Heating and Air, professional service you can trust.
Do you need hearing support? Don't be left out of the conversation. Here at Christensen Hearing Analytics, we understand that better hearing is better living. We provide the hearing solutions you need. Contact Christensen Hearing Analytics for a free consultation today and write the happy ending to your hearing story.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything in life would adapt to your comfort. Sleep Number. To a good life's sleep.
From big moments to local victories, we're here for all the action. Sports stories that go beyond the scoreboard. Every team, every matchup, every night, we're on your sideline. Channel 8, bringing you Nebraska now.
New Sensodyne Clinical Repair is absolutely amazing. When your teeth are sensitive, they need special care. New Sensodyne Clinical Repair creates a protective shield over those exposed areas that can help repair sensitive areas of teeth after 60 seconds. I recommend Sensodyne Clinical Repair.
If you're at home right now and you're suffering from burning, tingling, or numb feet, you need to pay special attention to this next segment as we discuss neuropathy.
What is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is actually nerve damage to the feet in the legs primarily.
And what are the symptoms?
The major symptoms we see are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, problems with your balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It is absolutely treatable, and we can get some great results.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands, or having balance issues, call today for your nerve damage screening. Your nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our innovative treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe there is nothing that can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 25 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Act now and call to schedule your nerve damage screening. First 25 callers receive this screening for free.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten.
Girl, this one works. Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
A huge weekend for Husker softball here in Lincoln, and one player is being honored for her performance. Jordy Fromm, officially a finalist for USA Softball's Collegiate Player of the Year. This marking the second consecutive season that she's been one of the top 3 women up for the award. Here's Nate Johnson with what's next for the team.
Hey, thank you, Mackenzie. Yeah, what a great weekend here in Lincoln. Just special to see Husker Nation show out in such a huge way. And now they get ready to watch their first ever Super Regional. More on that in just a few. But let's start today with the Papillion, Nebraska native Jordy Fromm, who's named to the top 3 list for USA Softball's Collegiate Player of the Year today. She joins Megan Grant of UCLA and Issa Torres of Florida State as the 3 finalists. And she was as impressive as always this past weekend, both on offense and in the circle. And fun fact, too, if she hits one more home run this season, she would become the first Husker with multiple 20-plus home run seasons. And she'll have the chance to do that starting this Thursday, May 21st at 8 p.m. when Nebraska welcomes Oklahoma State to town for a best-of-3 series in the Super Regionals. Game 2 set for Friday at 4 p.m. Central. And, of course, we'll be following along on air and on our Now Local News app. A lot to be excited for. We'll see you in the Sports Zone for more. For now, Mackenzie will send things back over to you.
All right, thanks, Nate. If you're heading out to Pioneers Park anytime soon, you might have to take a different route. The Parks and Rec Department says the north entrance will be shut down until Thursday as they're doing some utility maintenance. Now, that's the entrance off of West Van Dorn Street. The Parks Department also asking people to only use the east entrance off of South Coddington in the meantime. The park itself is entirely open. Well, severe weather threatening parts of the Cornhusker State again tonight. Let's see what's happening out there right now. Rusty?
We've been keeping a very close eye on the severe weather this afternoon, and I've been on your TV all day, and I was on there all day yesterday. Now, we're not quite done yet. Severe weather watch, tornado, PDS tornado watch, and you may be asking yourself, PDS, particularly dangerous situation. These don't happen very often. In fact, 1 or 2 a year. This whole area from just southwest of Des Moines all the way into south central and southwestern Kansas and Oklahoma, a tornado watch. We're on the very northern edge of this, and there's a lot of warnings out there. Look at all of these tornado warnings lining up, and we're again on the very edge. Now, Lincoln right now is kind of in a lull, but there's more storms that are forming, moving north and east, and a lot of severe weather. So we're going to go through this. There's a tornado warning down here, just Pawnee County, that one right there. We'll zoom into that one first. Pawnee County until 5:30. This one's moving to the east. There's also another tornado warning right here for Nemaha County until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That one is also moving to the east. Now over towards Fillmore and Thayer County. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 5 o'clock. That's moving north and east. Most of these moving northeast at around 30 to 40 miles per hour. This one for Thayer County until 5:15, also moving north and east. A lot of these warnings. This cluster, bigger hail, golf ball size hail. These over here, more 1-inch diameter hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. And then on the other side, we have Butler County with a severe thunderstorm warning until 4:45. Colfax County and Dodge County until 5:15. Zooming all the way out and putting this into motion, you can see just an area from Beatrice to Lincoln to Omaha in a break right now, but storms are forming on the other side. So we had one wave move through, and now another wave is starting to reload and head our way. So if you have outdoor plans right now, get them done quick because more storms are on the way. Now what we've been watching is this area of instability. This line right here is where, on this side of it, better chance for very severe weather. On this side of it, just your run-of-the-mill severe weather. And we're right on the edge, and this has been creeping a little further north over the last few hours. We'll run through a few of these these tower cams. Shones roofing cam looking at 6th and Perkins and Beatrice. Cloudy with some wet streets. Lincoln, Allocam 21st and L. Honda of Lincoln Cam at 27th and Yankee Hill Road, 57 degrees with that rain coming to an end now, and also your Barry Law Cam. And just look at that. There's a lot of moisture in place, so storms that can get into our area will have plenty of moisture to work with. So we'll talk more about the severe weather threat and how long it's going to last coming up in a few minutes.
Good afternoon. I'm Emma Norwood. Devastating storms and tornadoes ripping through southeast Nebraska and St. Libory just yesterday, and flattening many homes and leaving behind a ton of debris and pickup today. Now, I just got to speak with a storm chaser who talks about that experience. He was out there and he says that he had to park along the side of the road when he came face to face with that tornado in St. Libory. Coming up tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock, you can hear from him as he details that experience. And we also got to speak with the Rural Radio Network, who talked with a few people in the area about their pickup efforts and what they've found so far from the destruction.
Definitely some sad stuff to see there. I'm glad everyone's all right, and hopefully they can start the long process to rebuilding. Let's go ahead and take a live look now at the roads here in Lincoln. This is the intersection of 48th and Holdridge Streets. Looks like they've got some cones up there, a little construction area, but so far doesn't look like it's causing many problems. Everyone's moving through just fine. Right now, the Lincoln City Council is considering improvements to the Belmont neighborhood. The area is located near Cornhusker Highway and Superior Street. Officials will be discussing how the city can improve parks, community buildings, transportation, and overall redeveloping the community. We'll let you know later tonight if they decide to move forward with these plans. Developing now, the CDC adds new travel restrictions because of an Ebola outbreak. ABC's Melissa Adon has the full story.
At least one American working in the Democratic Republic of the Congo has tested positive for Ebola, according to the CDC. Health officials say the individual had symptoms and tested positive last night and was brought to Germany, where they have experience dealing with Ebola. The CDC now restricting entry for non-U.S. passport holders if they have been in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Uganda, or South Sudan in the last 21 days. The new CDC order will be in effect for at least 30 days, but does not.
Welcome back, everyone. I wanted to update everybody on a serious situation we have going on right now in Pawnee County. This is just east of Beatrice. This storm right here, we have a tornado emergency for 6 miles southwest of Pawnee City. A report of a multi-vortex tornado east of Highway 99 and Highway 8. So this area right here is under a tornado emergency. A tornado confirmed touchdown about a half a mile east of Highway 99 and Highway 8 in Pawnee County, just north of Summerfield, with multiple vorticities as well, meaning there could be multiple tornadoes in this area. So a tornado emergency in southern Pawnee County. I want to get to a look at what is happening with that. We're going to look at the velocity here. Yeah, and you can see just south of Pawnee City, and really including Pawnee City, this right here is likely where there's a tornado on the ground. So we are going to look at a different velocity here real quick and see if that's, yeah, right smack dab over Pawnee City. So between Table Rock and Humboldt and Pawnee City, Steiner too, just south and east of there, this is all moving. Let me see if I can get that information here real quick. That tornado warning is right there, and that is does include the city of Pawnee City until 5:30. Tornado warning remains in effect. A confirmed large and destructive tornado was located over Pawnee City, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. This is a tornado emergency for Pawnee City. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Please take cover now. This is a deadly tornado. So Pawnee County, including the city of Pawnee City, is under the gun right now. So a tornado warning until 5:30. So another 40 minutes left on that. That's what that looks like right there. Zooming in so you can see the velocity. I'm going to look and see a couple of different looks here. This is that velocity as well. We're going to look at the debris and see if anything's showing up. Not seeing it. Maybe right there. This is a possible debris signature showing up on our debris tracker just east of Pawnee City. And now we have a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Lancaster, southeastern Seward, and Saline County, and until 5:30. Severe thunderstorm was located near Milligan. That's just northwest of Fairbury by about 26 miles, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and half-dollar size hail possibility. So we are keeping a very close eye on this storm for the county of Pawnee, and it's right there. We are hearing that this is a tornado emergency for southern Pawnee City. And confirmed report, this could be an EF2 or stronger tornado. So this is a very serious situation with this this tornado. So there's the warning right there. I'm going to see if I can get a different look on this this radar. And let's try this one right here. There was an update right there. So looking at this, it's hard to tell that there's I'm not seeing a hook echo or anything like that, but when you look at it on the velocity, that is definitely an area that is seeing a very strong rotation. It looks like it might be moving a little further east now between Humboldt and Pawnee City. So this area right in here, you can see it's this area here is wrapping in this area right here. So that is a tornado on the ground, so a tornado emergency for Pawnee City, and this is now trying to move to the east. I'm going to put this into motion so we can get maybe a little bit better view of how quickly this is going to move through. This will eventually try to make its way towards Nemaha and maybe even Richardson County. And there is a severe thunderstorm warning just to the east of Pawnee for Richardson County. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and we're going to look at that severe thunderstorm warning. This strong storm, there's a lot of strong storms out there. One, the severe thunderstorm warning for southwest Lancaster County is for a storm that is trying to move towards the capital city as well. Fairbury, you're going to get hit by a strong storm as well. Lots and lots of severe weather out there right now. So after a little bit of a break, we are seeing a lot of severe weather ongoing, and I'm basically just going to take the show. So we're going to be talking about severe weather for a while now. There's that tornado emergency that's in place for Pawnee County, multi-vorticity tornado and possible EF2 tornado with the radar signature that they're seeing. Let's see if there's any more new information on this. Seeing another tornado warning for Richardson County. So, okay, now now what we're seeing is this tornado warning has been expanded a little further east, and now includes Richardson County. And you can see it's a confirmed tornado warning too. It's that purplish pink color. So Richardson County, this right here. Until 5:45, a confirmed tornado was located 4 miles east of Pawnee City, moving east at 40 miles per hour. A second possible tornado was located 4 miles east-southeast of Dubois, also moving east at 40 miles per hour. So and our radar's trying to disappear on us, so I'm going to change over to a different radar here. Okay, now it's back. So what we're seeing here is two situations going on. This storm right here is running into this storm right here, and now they're starting to circulate like this, and it has spun up a very large and dangerous tornado. In fact, multi-vorticity tornado, and the potential for an EF2 tornado. The emergency tag has been removed, but keeping it a considerable tornado warning. So I think I'm going to go until 5 o'clock, and then we'll start our 5 o'clock show. And that's how we're going to do things for the rest of this. But there are many severe thunderstorm warnings already popping up again, all headed towards Lincoln and Beatrice. Beatrice already had round 1. Lincoln had kind of a half a round, but that is starting to move. More storms are starting to move to the east. So this is what we're going to do, folks. We've got a show. You can see they're getting ready back there behind me at 5 o'clock. So we've got about 5 minutes till our 5 o'clock show starts. So I'll stick with everybody, kind of update things here. We've got the tornado, confirmed tornado in far southeast Nebraska in Richardson County and Pawnee County. That is moving to the east. More very strong to severe storms just southwest of Beatrice, southwest of the capital city. So we'll go through those here real quick until we can get the show started and we're ready to go. But there's that severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster, Saline, and Seward. That goes until 5:30. This is a severe thunderstorm near Milligan, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. So that's not long at all. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and $half size hail with that one. And then we have this severe thunderstorm warning headed towards just west of Beatrice, Gage, Jefferson, and Saline County. Severe thunderstorm warning for quarter size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. This is also moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. And there are many more severe thunderstorm warnings just to the north as well. A couple of severe thunderstorm warnings on east and northeast of Columbus. Did get a 59 mile per hour wind gust report near Peru in Nemaha County just a little while ago. So many areas of severe weather going on. This is where there's a couple of different tornado warnings in that pinkish purplish color in Richardson County just into Pawnee County. That is where there is a confirmed tornado. And the potential for an EF2 is a possibility with that one. And then the severe, strong to severe storms just west of Highway 77. Those are also moving north and east. So you're looking at Jefferson, Saline, Fillmore, Thayer counties, seeing that cluster of storms moving into Gage and eventually Lancaster County. You can see that one warning is aimed right at the capital city. Does not include Lincoln right now, but if it holds its strength, we may see the first severe thunderstorm warning for the city of Lincoln here in the next half hour to 45 minutes. So kind of rehashing what we have here. We're watching this area very closely. This is where the rotation was at between Pawnee City and Humboldt. So this area right here, likely with a tornado on the ground. According to the National Weather Service, there was a tornado with multiple vorticities, which means there's more than one tornado coming out of the same area between very near Pawnee City and Humboldt. Now this is all moving east into Richardson County and will hopefully quickly continue its trek east. But that's where that tornado warning is. We also have some storms up to the north that has some rotation. Over towards Auburn. That was earlier. That's quickly moving to the north and east as well. So there's your tornado warning. The area shaded in pink has the confirmed tornado tag, and it is a considerable tornado warning as well. And then here's a very wide view of what's happening. So this line right here will continue to move north and east. And then we're seeing some on the back end of this that are also becoming very strong to severe. So a lot of severe weather out there right now, and this is going to continue at least for the next few hours. And because of that, we have the tornado warning that's in place. Now notice Lancaster County as well as Saline and Seward counties. You're looking at York, Fillmore, not in the tornado watch, but it is close enough that these severe thunderstorms are a very real possibility. And this is a large area for this tornado watch as well. So look at all of these storms right in that area. And we may see a new watch where all of these severe storms have popped up already. There's no watch right there. We may see one issued in the coming hour or two. But I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so we can get just kind of an idea of what's happening in southeast Nebraska over the last hour or so. And please let me know when I should stop talking and we'll get the show started. And okay, so many severe thunderstorm warnings out there. We'll go through these one more time and then we'll get the show started at 5 o'clock. But Lancaster, Saline, and Seward until 5:30. That's a severe thunderstorm warning for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and $half size hail. $half size hail is a little bit bigger than a quarter. We also have the severe thunderstorm warning just to the south of that one. This right here we have just west of Beatrice. Those storms gauge Jefferson and Saline County until 5:30. That is for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That is also moving to the northeast at 50 miles per hour. And then just west of there is Thayer County until 5:15. A severe thunderstorm for eastern Thayer County until 5:15 for half-dollar size hail. That is also moving northeast a little slower at 35 miles per hour. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning here for Pawnee and Richardson County for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. That is moving east at 25 miles per hour. Severe thunderstorm warning here for Fremont, Nemaha, Odo, and Richardson County. That Fremont is in Iowa. That goes until 5:45. And then this confirmed tornado warning for Richardson County. That goes until 5:45. A confirmed tornado was located 4 miles east of Pawnee City, moving east at 40 miles per hour. And then a second possible tornado was located 4 miles east, southeast of Dubois, moving east at 40 miles per hour. So that's those are all of the warnings that we have right now. And then there's some warnings north and east of Columbus. So that's the information we have for you right now. We're going to send it over to Rod and get this 5 o'clock show started. More information right around the corner.
Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
All right, here we go again. We begin with another severe weather alert. Families across Nebraska gearing up for round 4 while cleaning up from Sunday storms. The Now local news app is flooded with videos like this from citizen journalist Kevin. You can see that big branch down on that car right there. And also happening tonight. That's right, it's already started. Look at this, a street turned into a temporary river down in Beatrice. Tanya sharing this video with Channel 8 when a powerful storm made its way through there not too long ago. Severe storms, including tornado warnings, hitting several parts of southeast Nebraska again tonight. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Rod Fowler. An active stretch of weather is keeping the Channel 8 team very busy. You can see here on this map some of the counties that have been hit the hardest by the storms since last night. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson heading to her hometown of Hebron in Thayer County. She's talking to people about what it was like in those terrifying moments during a rare tornado emergency. Our Meg West is covering the outpouring of support for a Grand Island family, how you can help them after losing everything there in their hometown. And Emma Norwood is hearing from families in Howard County as they literally pick up memories scattered in the fields there. But we want to get you over to Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. And as we do that, you are taking a live look outside from our Allo camera just east of downtown Lincoln. This is what conditions look like right now. But Rusty, you have been so busy during the weekend and including this afternoon, keeping everyone updated on severe weather and tornado warnings. Where are they now and just how severe are they?
Yeah, we have, this is day 4, I believe. We started last week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and here we are on Monday. So that could be day 5 of severe weather, and this could be the worst of it. We have a PDS tornado watch in place just to our south and east. Does not include the capital city, but we are going to see severe weather anyway. The very severe weather, however, is in this yellow shaded area where there's a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch. That is a PDS watch. And we just having a report just now 5 miles south of Dawson in Richardson County of a cone tornado ongoing south of Dawson. So there are tornadoes out there right now in southeast Nebraska. Now here's a look at all of those storms. Any of this can be or is severe. So we're going to zoom in here real quick and show you a couple of different things. Might have to do this off the cuff here in just a second, but Richardson County, that's where there is an ongoing tornado happening right now. This tornado warning is in place until 5:45, and near Dawson, if you're familiar with this area, just east of Pawnee City, a cone tornado, and there was a report of multiple tornadoes at the same time. In fact, there's a look at it. That might be a little further west than it was earlier. I do want to show you a couple of different areas here. These storms trying to move into Lancaster County. So we have a tornado warning here. Does include southwestern Lancaster County. This is a tornado warning for Lancaster, Saline, and Seward. That is until 5:30. These storms are moving quickly to the northeast at 55 miles per hour. And then we also have this tornado or severe thunderstorm warning, Gage, Jefferson, and Saline County. That goes until 5:30. All of these storms have 1 inch hail to 1.5 inch hail. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and they're all moving northeast very quickly at 50 miles per hour. So that's the information we have for you right now. Going to gather more information, make sure I get everything rounded up. We'll have more details on this severe weather threat in a few minutes.
All right, thank you so much for keeping us updated, Rusty. Well, tonight, one thing is clear about the people of St. Laborie. They are resilient after yesterday's big storms they had out there. Channel 8's Emma Norwood joins us after speaking with a few in the area about how they are recovering tonight. Emma.
Yeah, good evening, Rod. Over and over, we're hearing about the community coming together. Neighbors are sharing the experience as they help families that lost everything rebuild.
You know, we'll clean up and start over, I guess.
Today in St. Laborie, a scene of despair and hope for the future. The first steps to rebuilding after a violent tornado courses through the small town in Howard County. The storm flattening homes and shocking the community.
We have a quarter right east of the damage, as well as 2 more quarters even farther east that a shelter belt got shredded through. There's quite a bit of damage here, right east of here. There's some cow-calf pairs still in the field, as well as a newly planted corn acres that debris just everywhere.
Chris Hall is one of the storm chasers tracking the tornado, seeing the destruction firsthand. He had a calm demeanor, describing to me stopping on the side of the road Sunday after coming face to face with the storm.
It was no quicker than when we had turned the corner, get around some trees. There it was planting on the ground and just about to cross the road in front of us.
You can see countless trees knocked over with debris scattered across town. Cleanup crews even finding lost photos that got swept up by Mother Nature.
Yeah, it's amazing what you find.
Heartbreaking video shows the community banding together, combing through fields to help recover what's been lost.
Oh, Peppa Pig toys and granite countertop. Crazy pickups and crazy pieces flown in all different kinds of directions.
But many who live in the area say they know they aren't alone.
So thankful for those people reaching out to me on Facebook and phone call, willing to help with either just manually walking fields or showing dump trailers or side-by-sides. We appreciate any help we can get.
The Howard County Emergency Management posting just how thankful they are for the Code Red system, for giving everyone an advance notice of the tornado and keeping them safe. Reporting here in the studio, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you so much, Emma. And in Fairbury, city crews are actively managing damage. Channel 8 on the scene over the weekend to see the damage firsthand, finding tree debris littering the area. The city is opening a second site for people to dump debris they've collected, but they're warning, if it's been raining down there, the second site is on a dirt pad, and city staff will not be able to help people that get stuck. Well, Channel 8 is in Hebron now, a violent and deadly situation just barely missing the town. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson takes us along the path of the tornado. Mackenzie?
A destructive tornado touching down right on the corner of my hometown and going right through the Hebron golf course. The groundskeeper tells me it's normally a one-man job, but this morning he's got plenty of volunteers helping him.
Looking, all of a sudden you look up and we could see it coming down out of the sky.
We are directly in the middle. See it, Jake?
Jake Witt and his family hunkering down once they could see debris swirling right outside of their door.
What was that? Holy crap.
A rare tornado emergency issued by the National Weather Service as a twister tore through Thayer County. Just south of Hebron, a homeowner tells me their barn was blown off its foundation. Most of this damage was done on Saturday night, but against all odds, this same spot hit by Sunday night's tornado. The twister lifting up off the ground as the storm moved closer to town, and that's when Witt saw the clouds spinning over his house, which is right by the Hebron golf course.
It came down and only jumped the road and hit the golf course, and a few seconds later it was all over. We obviously lost some cart sheds, some big trees that have been here for hundreds of years.
He tells me they take these situations seriously because his wife lived through the historic Hallam tornado back in 2004.
She is not a big fan of tornadoes, so obviously anytime we get in severe weather, tornado warning, watch, we are in the house, we'll just say that.
Early Monday morning, volunteers showing up, breaking out chainsaws.
and getting to work.
It's a blessing, and so anytime the community does those little things like that, you really appreciate it.
Witt tells me thanks to volunteers like the ones that are taking off tree branches behind me, they're likely going to have most of the work done by tonight, and they'll be back open for business tomorrow. Reporting in Hebron, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
Thank you so much, Mackenzie. Let's go to Howard County now, where it's grappling with getting some of its people back on their feet. Also, the Grand Island YMCA is rallying the community around one family that lost their home last night. Channel 8's Meg West joins us live now from the newsroom with what both areas are doing to lend a helping hand. Meg?
Yes, good evening, Rod. The Grand Island YMCA making several posts on social media today, and those posts getting a lot of comments, over 20 in just a couple of hours. The organization alerting the community to a family that lost their home and belongings. It's 2 adults and their 2 young children, and they're in immediate need of essential items. They're asking people to donate the items you see here on your screen. They're most importantly looking for diapers and clothes, things that, we may take for granted until they're stripped away from us like this family was. The YMCA there is directing donations to their front desk or to their child care director. Recovery efforts are really getting underway now in Howard County. Calls for donations are popping up on Facebook feeds all day. The Howard County Sheriff's Office post has been shared dozens of times throughout the afternoon, and they're receiving phone calls about how to help victims affected by tornado damage. They say the first floor of the Howard County Courthouse will serve as a drop-off point for donations, and they're thanking everyone in advance for giving their time, resources, and support. And Rod, what we're seeing here in this help out in Howard is the heart of Nebraska nice, right? We see communities helping their own, and that's really what makes this the good life. It's the people who bring out the best, even when bad things happen. In the newsroom, Meg West, Channel 8 News.
You bet, Meg. Neighbors helping neighbors. That's what we're all about. Thank you so much. When severe weather happens, we want to remind you the Now Local News app is the place to be. Our team here at Channel 8 provides you with real-time updates as storms progress, and citizen journalists can upload views of Mother Nature's madness. Scan the QR code to download the app for free and get paid for what you send to the app site. Breaking now. A place of worship shattered by violence today. You are taking a look at an aerial view of the Islamic Center of San Diego, the site of today's shooting. Police talking in the past hour, and here's what we know. 3 adults have been killed. The 2 shooting suspects are also dead. Police believe they are teenagers. Just hours ago, the scene was more hectic. Video showing dozens of officers at the facility, which also includes a school. We also watched people running out of the building with their hands up. Police are working to determine what led up to the gunfire, and we are reaching out to the Islamic Foundation of Lincoln, asking if they are stepping up security in light of what happened today in California. Well, don't go anywhere. We have more headed your way right after the break, and a new batch of stories in our 6 o'clock show, including O Street operations. Temporary detours with permanent progress is what the city of Lincoln is saying. How local businesses are being impacted by this. What to look out for as you're navigating the construction. And coming up right after this break, top tier, a Nebraska softball star gets a mention for a top 3 player spot in the nation. What this will do for the team's momentum heading into the Super Regionals. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
All at once, the whole state knows it's time. Every seat is filled. Every screen is on. Everyone's watching. Even when it's quiet, it's all you can hear. We built this together. A tradition that connects us. Families united across Nebraska, across generations. And Allo is proud to be part of it. What we've built is a legacy, and we're just getting started.
At Capital Humane Society, we know proper veterinary care is vital to keeping pets healthy and happy. Our mission is to serve the Lincoln community by providing resources for all pet owners. That's why we opened Stransky Veterinary Center at 55th and O Street. We offer preventative veterinary care, including low-cost spay and neuter surgeries, vaccinations, pet dental care, flea and tick protection, and more. Your pet will never be happier and healthier than after a visit with our professionals. Book an appointment online at stranskyveterinarycenter.com.
Tired of dealing with clogged drains or leaks in your home? Introducing New Flow Nebraska, a game changer in plumbing repairs. Our trenchless pipe lining system is fast and reliable, using existing plumbing access points for an affordable, non-invasive fix. Preserve your property integrity. No dig pipe repair means no more disruptive excavations. Our innovative technology is clean, green, and built to last up to 50 years. Start with our $99 camera inspection to assess your home today.
Every story starts somewhere, and in our community, many begin at the library, where curiosity is sparked, futures are shaped, and people of all ages have access to knowledge, technology, and opportunity. Through the power of literacy, we open doors, investing in learning, imagination, and opportunity for our community. This Give to Lincoln Day, May 28th, or anytime, support the Foundation for Lincoln City Libraries and help write the next chapter for our community, because great libraries don't just hold stories, they help write them.
Oh, hey, Bill. Hi, John. Looking sharp. You're gonna do great.
Grandpa!
This news segment is brought to you by Comfort Made Mattress Factory.
Welcome to Comfort Made Mattress Factory's new location at South Point. Every mattress is built right here just for you. Any size, any shape, any comfort level, and backed with our lifetime comfort guarantee. We'll come to your home and adjust your mattress, firmer, softer, or anything in between. Right now, save $100 off, free mattress protector, and free delivery. Come see us, Comfort Made Mattress Factory next to Shields, and let us build your perfect night's sleep.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Okay, trying to get all of this information packed. It's jam-packed. There's so much going on. We've been seeing tornadoes on the ground in far southeastern Nebraska, tornadoes on the ground down here in northeastern Kansas. Most of the state not seeing much of anything, but look at this huge area right here. And it comes all the way down. All of this tornado warned, severe thunderstorm warned. There's a lot going on. Now local news app. Scan the code. If you see hail, damage, whatever it is, get a video, send it to us. Make sure you can do it safely, and we'll pay you for stuff like that. Looking at Barry Law Cam, we had one round of storms roll through the capital city. Now look at all that moisture just out there. We may see some strong storms before it's all said and done. Now we're kind of on the edge here. Warm, much warmer air to the south and east. This is where the very severe weather is going to be possible. And then severe weather possible here, and then just cold further west. So again, we're on the edge, but notice the warmer air trying to push up. We've got lower and middle 60s, even some 70s out there, 50s here, but 40s there. So we're right on that edge. And it's really happening down here where it's a lot warmer. Look at all of these severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. I'll get rid of all the lightning because there's a ton of that. And in fact, it might be easier if I just stand over here. But here's what it looks like right now. We've got all of this severe weather, and I'm going to go through this one first. We've got Lancaster, Saline, and Seward County. That goes until 5:30. This storm getting very close to western Lancaster County. Crete, maybe even Seward, seeing some strong storms eventually between York and Seward, that strong storm. We have a severe thunderstorm warning just to the south there, Gage, Jefferson, and Saline. That goes until 5:30. Severe thunderstorm warning for Pawnee and Richardson County. And this is where we're starting to see confirmed tornadoes earlier. Richardson County with a tornado warning until 5:45. Earlier, it had on the ground what looked like the potential for an EF2 or stronger tornado. And at one time, there was multiple vorticities, which is a tornado with more than one, there's more than one of them out there. That is now moving off to the east. We have these confirmed tornadoes now pushing into the very northwestern corner of Missouri. Keeping a really close eye on this one, because this is a confirmed tornado as well near Marysville, just south of Beatrice. This is going to try to move up into Gage and Pawnee County, so we'll see what happens with that one. It looks like we have multi-vortex tornado reported north of Falls City in Richardson County, just 4 miles south-southwest of Barada. multi-vortex tornado reported just north of Falls City. So that's that right there. And that's what we've been dealing with for a good portion of this afternoon is strong to severe weather here, and that's now moving into the capital city. So we'll have our own severe weather, but the very severe weather is down here where this PDS tornado watch is in place. So what's going to happen? Well, I think the good news is this isn't going to last much longer. This is 6 p.m. still everywhere. Look at all of that severe weather, maybe even up to Omaha, Lincoln, Columbus, up towards Sioux City. But by 7 o'clock, still out there. But this is the really strong part of it. This is that part that's just the severe part of it. And then by 8 o'clock, and then eventually by 9 o'clock, it's all done. So if we can just dodge all of this really severe weather, things will get better after sunset. Tonight, temperatures cooling off dramatically, 40s and even some 30s just off to the west. High temperatures tomorrow will definitely struggle, right around 60 for a high. 7-day forecast, 60s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think we'll be fine on Tuesday. I didn't have enough time to get rid of the rain, so that'll be partly cloudy. And then storms possible Thursday and Friday. We might even see a couple of chances as we head towards the Memorial Weekend with those temperatures eventually warming back up into the 80s by the weekend.
Let's talk some softball now. After a huge weekend here in Lincoln, Jordy Fromm was honored today as a top 3 finalist for USA Softball's Collegiate Player of the Year. This marking the 2nd consecutive season she's been a top 3 finalist for the award. For the latest on Fromm and this week's upcoming Super Regional, let's check in with Channel 8 Sports Director Nate Johnson. Hi, Nate.
Hey, thank you, Rod. Well, what a great weekend here in Lincoln. Just special to see Husker Nation show out in such a huge way, and now they get ready to host their first Super Regional ever. More on that in a few, but let's start today with the Papillion, Nebraska native Jordy Fromm, who was named to the top 3 list for USA Softball's Collegiate Player of the Year today. She joins Megan Grant of UCLA and Isa Torres of Florida State as the 3 finalists, and she was as impressive as always this past weekend, both on offense and in the circle. And fun fact too, if she hits one more home run this season, she would become the first Husker with multiple 20-plus home run seasons. And she will have the chance to do that starting this Thursday, May 21st at 8 p.m. when Nebraska welcomes Oklahoma State to town for a best-of-3 series in the Super Regional. Game 2 is set for Friday at 4 p.m. Central. We'll, of course, be following all weekend long on air and on our Now Local News app. We'll see you for more of the Sports Zone. For now, Rod will go ahead and send things back over to you.
Thank you, Nate. Shirts for Husker Softball's Super Regional Run are now on sale. Come take a look at these. Some of the money from the purchases will go to supporting the school's student athletes. Many say it's a great way to commemorate the team's legendary run. Well, stay with us. We have more ready for you after the break and a whole lot more in our 6 o'clock newscast, including the misplaced ring, how Lincoln police are trying to find this ring's owner. Stay with us.
going on out there right now. Severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster, Saline, and Seward County until 5:30. That is headed towards the capital city. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for Gage, Jefferson, and Saline County until 5:30. That also headed north and east at around 50 miles per hour. Severe thunderstorm warning for Gage and Pawnee, but that area also brand new tornado warning. This is for Pawnee and southeastern Gage County until 6 p.m. Tornado and quarter-size hail a possibility. This thunderstorm is capable of producing a tornado located near Liberty. That's 16 miles west of Pawnee City, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. So if you live anywhere near Liberty around the next few minutes, definitely a storm headed that direction. So the very severe weather in southeast Nebraska and even northeast Nebraska and parts of Kansas, that is all going to stick around for the next few hours. So we do have a tornado watch for southeastern parts of Nebraska into parts of Iowa, Missouri, and northeastern Kansas. Here's what it looks like over the next few hours. This is 6 p.m. Those storms still about, and by about 7 or 8 o'clock this evening, those storms will linger through. Right now it is 5:30, so 6:30, 7:30, maybe even through 8:30. But then they start to diminish, and everything is moving off to the east. And I think as we head past 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock into midnight, we should quiet down quite a bit. So hopefully that's the case. Now tonight, temperatures getting a little cold. We're looking at 30s and 40s. Highs tomorrow around 60 degrees. So Rod, the latest information, a tornado warning for Pawnee and Gage County. That goes until 6 p.m.
All right. Thank you, Rusty. And thank you so much for joining us. World News is next. We'll be right back here at 6 o'clock.